If you want to give one example where reputation being important actually is good for the world, this is it. Tech companies are working super hard to do everything they can and to make sure that their components don't fall into the wrong hands. I think that's such a positive thing. And I wish there were more people out there actually passing on that message, because I think it is positive news for the whole world.
It's a really important issue, whether it's export controls or sanctions. These are serious policies with massive geopolitical implications. So that's not something to take lightly. Based on your experiences with clients, if a company is going through a really tough situation like this, and let's assume only good intent and that it's inadvertent, whatever has happened, how do you help your clients in terms of thinking through what they need to do from immediate action to a long-term plan, given the fact that, as you mentioned before, a lot of this is also having strong operating rules and risk management and a strong communication strategy? How would you advise someone to work through a situation like this if it arises?
I remember a long time ago in a lecture about PR, somebody said, what's the right PR strategy for an oil spill? And students would come up with PR strategies. And the guy just said, clean the oil. The one thing you can do where there's a crisis, irrespective of whether it's your fault or not, fault doesn't matter, this situation, fix the problem.
Yeah.
And that's job number one. And then second, be honest. We've seen clients with the huge majority of components have their brand on in Russian munitions are fake. They know they're fake, but there are one or two that aren't. Don't just go on about the fake. Just there are some that have got through. This is the problem. We're doing this to fix it. And I think once companies get really clear about that, they then come across as being genuinely authentic and caring about fixing the problem. Usually the public can accept that there's been problems. The public wants to know what you're going to do to fix it. What happened in the past, nothing can change. And there are probably some crises you never recover from. But having said that, I think a lot of crises in B2B, they're nuanced, they're complicated. Very rarely you're going to see a B2B business deliberately doing something wrong. And so be honest, explain what's happened. If it's your fault, say it's your fault, and then say how you're going to fix it and move forward.